That's the new.
Hey, here we go. Right? Good morning, you guys. Good morning. Welcome, Steve, Daniel.
Howdy.
Thanks for coming on the show. If you look in the background there, you can see Ron hooked up on the ReelQuick rod system. Ron, kind of show the rod there, man. We can see it. There it is.
Making it long.
Yep, we're just out here fishing in beautiful Pelican, Alaska. And we are so happy that you sent us up these rods and reels. I'm telling you, it makes all the difference in the world. Every day we come back to the lodge and sit down and eat dinner with everyone, Daniel, and they're telling us they caught 5, 6, 8 fish. We're averaging 200 fish a day.
Solid.
No problem. Our best day we had 600 fish for 3 of us.
So this is all salmon or a combination of salmon and halibut?
We have 2 salmon. We have limits of halibut 3 days in a row. We have limits of lingcod. We have a couple of spots in 20 feet of water where it's as fast as you can throw your line in the water. It's one of these black. Is that a black? One of these black rockfish.
Those things are so good to eat.
As fast as you can throw your line in the water, they jump out of the water. The biggest thing, Daniel and Steve, that I see is that, and I'm not knocking anybody. I know these guys are professionals, but everybody's fishing way too heavy up here. Now, when we're fishing in 250 feet of water, there's a need for heavy rods, but we're fishing these light rods like the 3 that you sent us, Daniel. Maybe you could tell everybody the size and all that, because I'm not a size rod guru, dude, but I know that Tesoro 5s are the key, but the rods, second to none. And as we're talking here, I think I got a cool video that you're going to like to watch while we're talking about the rods you sent us and how great they work, because I'm telling you, it's incredible. I'm going to... They're thick. Oh!
It's a better one. It's a better one.
Might have a ling. Yep, big ling. Look at this.
Big ling in
On your
Alaska.
rod, Daniel. Right here. There you go.
With the net or
ReelQuick.
It's
rod
a big
reel.
ling. Get your thing down.
Ling cod, 26 feet of water. Is that insane? Once we get it.
Straight.
Get it out of the hole, man.
Captain Al Clowers, you're back.
San Diego mission base.
Yes, sir.
Give us a second, we'll lose it.
Right on the edge.
Hey, hold on. I'm catching a giant ling cod right here.
Oh.
On the
a lot more.
ReelQuick.
Huh?
System.
Ron, look at this thing.
Have a look at it.
Grab the GoPro. Straight up and down.
I don't know, but he wants to grab the GoPro. You want to go to the net job?
I don't even know where it is.
Yeah.
Hold on. It's okay.
Yeah.
We don't have anywhere to go. We can do this all day.
That's going to be in the slot too.
That's a beautiful ling cod.
Here, let me grab this guy.
On the hookup bait, Ron.
Yes, sir. Got the Okuma
And the ReelQuick.
Tesoro 5N with the ReelQuick system on it. Absolutely perfect. Wild Alaskan Lodge. Pelican, Alaska.
Wild Alaskan Lodge.
Be your own guide. Have a look at this one, Ron.
Oh,
Have a look at that beauty.
On the hookup bait on the edge of the kelp.
what a nice looking ling cod. That looks like my guy's brother.
Let's get him on the boat.
Roll him out.
Blue like up here. Okay.
Hey, hold on to this, Cap, Dave.
I got the.
What do you think of that?
It's super cool.
And you saw your setup there. I'm telling you, we get a lot of fish that are just jerking the living bejesus out of it. You can rail rod your system so easy.
It's nice without the clamp on it. You'll find your hand kind of wants to naturally go under that reel, and it's so nicely without having something in the way.
It's so smooth. It's just so fantastic. And like I've told Daniel 15 times on this trip, it wouldn't be what it is right now without that system. It just wouldn't, gang. I'm just being totally honest. We could not do what we're doing. We have hours of the most phenomenal fishing footage. Daniel, you're going to just be stoked. For weeks and weeks and weeks, you're going to see your stuff catching zillions of fish. Like I said, our best day. And I know it's hard for you guys to wrap your head around it, but literally 600 fish for the three of us. Now, understand, it gets light at 3:30 in the morning and it stays light till midnight. So that gives you something. It's like a 2-day trip. I can't shut the thing off. I can't stop. My head's spinning. When you go to lay down and it's bright and sunny out,
you can't do it.
It's and there's a boat right at the end of the dock that I can go use anytime. It's kind of hard.
Good problems to have.
What? Oh, we got a fish on. Hold on here, guys. On the ReelQuick system, my buddy Pat hooked up right here. Check it out. Look at this. Look at that. Move your hand a little bit so we can see.
Look how it's the wrong way.
See it? He's hooked up. No. The weather is terrible too. We're in Alaska, gang. It's just raining and rough, super gnarly rough. Right, Ron?
Oh, it's horrible.
Calm down, Ron.
I'm holding on.
You might want to hang on. It almost got to the point where I almost put on some shoes, and then I remembered I don't own any.
We are too.
Come on. Is this gonna? Whoa! There went the camera. Stay with us, gang. This is live. No editing. Oh, he's thumping. It's a thumper. Can you still see, Daniel?
Yeah.
Shark!
They lost it. No,
it's a shark.
It's a shark.
Shark!
Salmon shark?
Shark! Nope. Pinback. Green-eyed grinner. See him?
Oh, yeah.
Okay.
Yep. Yeah, perfectly clear.
Enough of that. That's a bycatch.
Yeah, it's one of those ones that gets you up and your heart going. So.
Yep. So it's an absolute beautiful day here. So tell everybody.
Where did you guys choose to go today? How far from the lodge? Half a mile?
12 miles today.
Well, that's running.
We're on an exploratory trip. We went to a new area.
Very cool.
We know we can fall back on the other areas we fish, but we wanted to come out here and look around and see what's going on. We got some foamers outside of us here. A couple of humpbacks. Got a bunch of herring pushed up behind us. It's kind of tough to figure out what you want to do. You know what I mean, Steve?
Yeah. I remember Alaska. Every puddle, every body of water had something in it. It's just a matter of what you want to target.
Yeah, we were fishing in 24 feet of water right across the bay from the lodge day before yesterday. And we were catching halibut, lingcod, and zillions of rockfish in 24 feet of water.
Spoiled.
All right. I'm going to get this guy to come up there with me next year. It would be super fun if we can.
Yeah, we're going to plan a trip. We're going to put it all together. The owner and I, we're going to figure it out. We're thinking bringing 6 members. And Ron and Pat are all in for next year. So there'll be 9 of us total. And then we each group of 3 gets their own boat. We go out and do the Your Saltwater Guide fishing extravaganza in Alaska.
Nice.
But kind of run by you guys sitting there right now. Everyone's seen these rods, seen these reels, seen the setup. Kind of explain to everybody what's going on with this, Steve and Daniel, whichever one of you guys want to start.
I'm going to let Steve talk. He talks better about ReelQuick than I.
Okay,
well,
let's do it.
We're going back to origination days of on the long range trips, and we're sitting there with our big reels, separate from our rods, and spending all that time, attaching these reels, putting these clamps on, screwing everything down to ultimately have something come loose down the road or potentially lose a screw, not to mention what those clamps can do to a mahogany rail, up and down the rail. So we saw a need, and it's nothing that hadn't been done before. If you look at these reels that are behind me, the technology of a quick connect onto a rod and reel system, that's been around for over 100 years. But nobody really stuck to it. Every manufacturer builds a foot slightly different. Every reel seat's a little bit different, and nobody could commit to a universal type fitting. So we saw the ability to do that. And boy, what a change. Hopping on the long range boat and connecting 15 rods and reels in less time than it took for one guy to screw one together. Told us that we had something that was probably gonna work, you know. And you know, we went through a few iterations, and it was one of the funniest things that happened was sitting on the boat and watching the reel fall off the rod onto the deck of the boat a couple of times, and realized we had to shift that reel seat because people would inevitably unlock the reel but forget that it's just going to come right off of the rod. So that's the reason why we have it reversed, and that can be built any way you want, the other way. But we found that having it reversed, people tended to unlock that reel, and that reel would fall onto the deck. So that's why it's reversed. But we can build it any way you like, obviously.
Yeah, the system is incredible how smooth it is on the bottom, Daniel. Like you and I talked about at the show, at the PCS show. The ability, like Steve was just saying, for a rail rod system, those of you guys that love the rail rod, this has revolutionized the rail rod thing. And Frank Lepresti and all the other owners of all the sport boats down there in San Diego, they ought to give you guys a kickback for the money you're going to save them on the mahogany rails alone.
Yeah, you can't carve your name in them anymore now.
No, and it's got to be a mind blower when people see that. And when that fish takes off and drags you across the rail, because I don't care who you are, it's still going to drag you across the rail. And
yeah, no hang up.
All the boat owners down there are just like, and they see that grind right
The
into the
wing
rail.
nut just scratching right.
Just one more thing for a line to get hung up on, you know.
Yeah, and you have one sitting there on the table, right? Show everybody how smooth it is.
Yeah, we'll grab one.
I'm sorry, I'm not trying to throw it up.
Yeah, I mean the way these connect is it's like a watch. It's like a fine Swiss watch to be able to have this thing connect, slide in and out. So this is fresh from off a tournament. We just finished a sea bass tournament. So this is a Accurate that I have on here, and this is yeah, you got it. So basically, as you can see, it's so easy. Slide it into the unlocked position, and this reel is on and off the rod in a heartbeat. And that connection, that couldn't be any solid. And what I just love about it is being able to have my hand in this position and fish without anything in the way. It makes such a difference. Back on.
Hold on. Yeah, you're on.
Lock
I see
position,
you. 110.
and that's it. So
No, look at that,
connection
gang. Check
couldn't be
that out.
any more solid than what it is, and it's never going to come loose. You don't have something that's screwed down that could always at some point in time loosen itself out, or a clamp that could come undone, or losing parts. There's nothing to lose. There's nothing that can separate itself from this. So you're not going to lose any screws or pins or anything like that. About as solid as you can get.
You checking this out? Ron's got a big fish here. Oh my gosh! Look at this, a 15-pound gold.
Nice.
Yellow eye.
There, look at that.
Look at that thing.
What is it?
It's a
A
yellow,
yellow
eye.
eye. That's a big one
That's
too,
like the
isn't it?
400. Oh yeah, it's about a 15-pounder. That's the 400th yellow eye we've caught.
They're extinct, yeah, right? It's the same one, Dave. It's following you.
They're like the sand
So
bass.
he has to
They're
go
extinct,
back?
but you can't not catch them. Yeah, you can't keep them. It's the lamest
So
thing
do
in
you
the
have
world.
a release system for rockfish like we do here in California?
It's a have to. It's the law. You have to have.
No,
it.
the
Yes.
device. Yeah, the device. Okay.
Yep, a device. You have to have it, and you have to have it rigged up on the rod while you're fishing. It has, just like in Southern California. So we were lucky enough to be sponsored by Promar, so we brought a whole bunch of them up here with us. So. And then we have downriggers to fish salmon with, so we have it hooked up to the downrigger. It takes a couple seconds, drop it back down to the bottom so that fish can die on the bottom. Oh, did I say that out loud? Oh,
The
I'm
circle
sorry.
of life.
Oh, yes. Out of sight, out of mind, the California way. Crazy. I'm sorry. I don't mean to offend any of you that actually think these rockfish live after you drag them up from 400 or 500 feet down and their eyes are bugged out
Their
of their
brains
head.
are exploded.
Yeah, I apologize for those of you that believe that. And I know the science is true and it's real that they saw one once on a submarine swim away out of the light. So that means they live.
Oh, we got to play their
Well,
game.
it makes a product for Promar, right? So all good there.
Absolutely.
All good there.
It makes everybody in California feel warm and fuzzy right in the middle of their heart.
Some things are made up just to make money.
Nope, some things are made up so they can follow the science. Right?
Absolutely.
All right, so back to what we were talking about. I'm sorry, we interrupted you with that giant fish on the ReelQuick system. Pretty crazy.
Yeah, and what we're working on now is kind of a Lego system where now you can connect whatever butt you want, through an AFCO, store a butt system, connect your butt. You'll have our connection device on it, and now you're connecting whatever tip you want to fish with. So even if people have those conventional type of setups where they're attaching a number 2, number 4, even a number 1 tip, screwing it on the AFCO system, they can now put that tip right onto our existing setup. So they don't have to build new rods. They can use all their existing tips and just put it into a ReelQuick butt and base system.
Oh, that's sweet. Insane. That's an awesome system.
Yes, I can. Yep. Steve's getting this Lego system, so you guys can take a look at this.
Right, Al. Nice sand bass. Woo! So, gang, you got Captain Al Clowers fishing in the back bay of San Diego. You got Daniel and Steve. Where are you guys at, Ventura?
We're in Oxnard.
In Oxnard, and you got me in Alaska, and we're all live together. Captain Al's in the back bay of San Diego catching sand bass. Captain Al's got a couple of your rigs on his boat, thanks to Daniel setting him up. He got him on the boat. Look at that sand bass. These young men are catching fish wide open.
Nice job.
Extinct sand bass.
Look at that. Another one. Two at a time.
Yeah. Sand bass too, dark.
And those are those extinct sand bass. They're like the yellow eyes. They're extinct.
It's the same one you catch every throw. So there's only one down there.
Exactly. So go ahead and show us that now, Steve. I'm sorry.
Sure, no worries. So what we're now doing is the ability. This is on a 27, so this would be our larger setup. But what we have here now is the ability to take the, anybody who's got this is on a number 2. So now we've got that ability to put in whatever tip you want directly into the ReelQuick system. And if you want to drop in a different butt, of course, the butt comes off too. So you don't have to go with 20 fishing rods. You can take your one middle piece, and then you're attaching whatever butt you want, a straight butt, a long butt, a curved butt, to whatever tip you want, and maybe carrying a little less gear, hopefully. There's only so many rod holders on a boat. I know that. But that's kind of our what we call our Lego system. So we can attach anything. We're doing this in a 23, so we'll be using a number 1 ferrule. So we'll be able to attach number 1s, number 2s, and number 4, which is the one thing that was done universal. Okay, AFCO and everybody did follow AFCO, and at least when it came to these ferrule sizes, they are universal. So a 1, 2, 4, up to a 6. It tends to work whether it's an AFCO or Winthrop or another manufacturer. So that's what we're working on now. We should have these together in the next 6 months and on our retail store.
Nice. Yeah, I got the QR code up. You guys can check out their website if you're following along here or listening and you're not watching. You're just listening on Spotify or Apple or Megaphone. You can go check out their website at ReelQuickFishing.com, right?
Yep, that's it.
And then the reel, you spell reel just like a fishing reel, REEL, quick, fishing.com.
Correct. Just the way it sounds, it's just long. That's all.
The thing I liked about that, you just showed us, the way you built the base up so it comes above that ferrule screw that holds the
Right. So you don't have to take it apart to put the reel on and off. It clears it by, a millimeter, maybe 1.5 millimeters, so that you can quickly change the rod without having to take the tip off if you didn't want to. And it's great for storage on a boat. You can have systems where all of your reels are clicked and locked into a wall, and everything locks into place, so nothing is rolling around in a tackle room. Everything is firmly secured. And being able to take our base on the rod and click it into a system where that blank is now floating in space and is not touching anything. There really is no rod storage on a boat that's able to do that. And as a captain, Dave, vibrations on a boat and a rod, sitting on a holder with gravity on a blank over time is going to affect it. So being able to suspend the blank in midair, as we can do, locking that reel into a receiver on the wall, keeps those tips about as perfect as they could be on a boat.
Oh yeah, Captain Al's hooked up again. Big whopper. This time he looks like he's got a shark or something. We'll check in with him for a minute. What do you got going on, Al?
I got a big one. I don't know what it is.
All right, I'm gonna get off the screen. I can still hear both you,
There we go.
Yeah, full
Steve and
screen.
Daniel, but I'm gonna click off so we get a better picture while Daniel and Steve are watching this. See what this young man has. This is the cool thing about live fishing, gang. You don't know what's
Never
gonna
know.
happen, right?
Put Al on full screen, Dave.
He might be.
No, he can remove us.
Tissue or
There we
something?
go.
No, wrong way.
Yeah, wrong way, Dave.
No, you don't like you guys being on there?
Well, I'm not catching the fish.
Hey, it's one of those snapping sharks, Dave.
Woohoo! Snapping shark.
Look at this.
Look what he caught.
Oh my.
Don't
There
let
we
go.
go.
Yeah, shovel nose. Oh no, it's an angel shark. Watch this, gang.
Yeah, boy.
Dude. Nice job. Wow.
Wait, can I take a picture of it, Preston? And
On the go.
Yeah, hold it by the tail.
They got barbs on their tail? This is an angel shark. They're gnarly. Watch, you guys are tripping out, dude. He has gnarly teeth. Don't put your foot over there.
All right, we'll watch him deal with that while we're talking in the background.
Yeah, that's pretty cool. Is that also known as a shovel nose, or is that a different type of shark?
Totally different. That's an angel shark
Okay.
that Al just caught. Shovel nose shark doesn't have teeth. The angel shark has razor sharp teeth that shoot out from its face. So he can shoot his jaw out to grab the fish when they're swimming by. And they lay on the bottom and look like carpet. Totally different looking than a shovel nose. The shovel nose has got that. See how this one's face is blunt?
Right.
A shovel nose shark's face is pointed. It almost looks
Wow, look at that thing.
That's a great picture.
That's
What a
awesome,
great
Al.
shot to show us that. That's very cool.
There you go, Captain Al. Great job, buddy. That's beautiful, Al.
Happening live in Mission Bay.
Nope, San Diego Bay.
San Diego Bay, okay. Not Mission
He's
Bay.
not. He
Oh,
doesn't
that's right,
poach.
East San Diego.
He doesn't poach on Pablo, and Pablo don't poach on Al. And there's a great picture for that young man. That'll last forever.
Yeah, awesome.
Nice job.
Yeah. So let's
Still
all right. So let's just say I'm going to make a rod. I got Tiffany Vague wrapping me a rod. Get one of your reel seats on there. we can pretty much cover any reel that's going on right now, like the good ones, like the Okuma reels, all those good ones. And then I know you got those lower grade ones you were just showing us, but you got everything possible, right?
Lower grade ones, exactly.
I've got them on my antique rods and reels so that I can fish my my old 1930 pens and Ocean City reels.
Wow. So you can do like the tuna club guys and torture a fish for hours. And
Exactly. Well, that was our biggest problem with the old gears, just keeping the rods and the reel connected. You know, all the old systems of attachment weren't very good, especially on the old cane rods.
Right.
So,
now, I think it's cool the way you guys do that at the tuna club, where you torture the fish for 3 or 4 hours and then throw it back when
you know, what's interesting is people think it takes so much longer to land these fish on lighter line, and they don't realize that when you're fighting fish on linen, there's so much grab in the water, you know, that linen has. It's so thick that, believe it or not, a lot of slowing that fish down and wearing it out is just him dragging that line around. And you'd be surprised that it may take a little longer, but not hours longer. And it's interesting reading all the old books, because they'll talk about guys fishing heavy lines and guys fishing lighter lines. And a lot of times, you know, the fish is brought to the boat just about the same. We were catching fish on 3-thread line, which is about 8 pounds wet breaking strength, and never consistent. But we were catching sea bass up to 25 pounds on that line. And because we never pulled that hard, and Daniel made some great rods that were 100% parabolic, would bend like a circle. And those rods fishing that linen, we were able to catch those fish. And those fish didn't take any longer than if we were fishing heavier gear. In fact, they came to the boat and just kind of rolled over, even though they still had a lot more left in them. It's, you know, if you're not pulling super hard on a fish, it's not pulling super hard the other direction. And it's amazing at what you can land on some of this lighter gear. But yeah, this is an old, this is a 9/0 Ocean City reel that I adapted so I could put it onto a quick connect, and we have it on a Winthrop bending butt, which makes it kind of nice.
oh yeah, we just caught a lingcod here. Check it out. Let's go look. Captain Pat caught one on the ReelQuick system. There it is. Little dragon. You see it there?
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah. Watch the teeth.
Okay. Watch those.
Ron's on. ReelQuick again.
Something.
It's crazy. Look at this weather, gang. Is this the most scariest weather you've ever seen?
Looks like you're on a lake.
We're in the
Dave,
middle.
do you guys have your life vests on?
We're in the middle of the Gulf of Alaska.
Yeah.
Beautiful.
Dave,
Look at that.
You
Look
should
at
have
that.
your
It's
life.
nice.
You should have the life jackets on. I'm kind of worried about you guys.
Looks like it's eating Dave's ear.
Yeah, I was thinking about putting on some shoes, but oh well.
I went to the YMCA when I was a kid.
Did you stay at a Holiday Inn Express last night, Ron?
No.
Are you getting bit?
No, I'm on.
Oh, you're hooked up.
You're always on.
All right. Well, we're not going to bother you.
Okay.
We're going to go back inside. It's way too cold out there.
In your flip flops.
It's probably warmer there than it is here.
Yeah, everybody at the lodge can't believe. What do you got? Another big gold?
Nice bend on the rod.
Another big yellow eye. The ones that are
yellow eye. So there's a couple of comments, and I'm not able to comment on my laptop for some reason, Dave, but I want to say hello to Tiffany, who gave me a shout out.
you can say hi to everybody. They don't want you to type the answer. They want you to say it.
Hi, Tiffany. Look
There
forward
you
to
go.
seeing you.
Make us rods.
Hey, I was talking to Tiffany yesterday in regards to the rods, the first couple of rods that we're going to make, Dave. And can I paint those our ReelQuick blue?
Absolutely.
Cool. Then I'm going to have
Whatever.
them. I think they picked a couple of blanks out. I'm going to have them ship me a couple of those blanks that we're thinking of for you and get those things painted right away. So it does take a little bit of time to do that. So that's cool. And Tiffany will be recovering for us to get busy right when she gets back from her thing. And yeah, we'll have rods in the next couple of weeks here, I think.
Great. And our buddy Darren's watching. Darren, happy birthday.
Happy birthday.
Happy birthday, Darren. Yep. So as we move along, as we start to grow and things start to change at ReelQuick, gang, you can order any rod combo you want. Like Steve was saying, the stuff's interchangeable. You just want to get that reel seat put on to your reel, your existing reels. That's the only kind of caveat there is you just have to change the seat on your reel. Explain that to everybody again, Steve, because I think a lot of people aren't quite grasping it.
Sure, it's a commitment system, right? You've got to be willing to commit to this system because everything that you have will be interchangeable. Once you have that reel seat, now every reel that you have, whether it's a Penn, 20 or an Okuma 16, that's going to have the same connecting foot to go onto any of those rods that have that reel seat. So it becomes very easy to go fishing and grab. Like for me, when I'm fishing both linen, I'm often fishing linen and then fishing Dacron in the same day, but with the same rod. So it's very nice to be able to change a reel, or if something blows up, you can easily swap out that reel. So every reel, modern reels, pretty much the feet are either screwed in or they're riveted in. And in either case, we can take them off. We can even rethread the reels to accommodate our foot. And then it's a matter of connecting into the base system. So once you have this base system, all of our reels will connect to it. There's two sizes of this. Of course, this is the large, the 27, which is really for what we would say fishing your 40 to 130 pound setups. And then the 23, the smaller version thereof, that's for anything that I would say 30 pounds and less. These eliminating those clamps on big reels, on 80s, on 80 wides, things like that, not having that big clamp, it really makes it ergonomically a friendlier setup. And you'll feel it when you're fishing it, not having all of that additional hardware. So, I mean, that's the beauty of it. And like I said, this isn't anything really super new. They've had these connection devices hundreds of years ago, but it was specific, one rod to one reel, and that was it. And every one they made was kind of specific. Nobody decided to make it universal, which hopefully this industry will catch on and say, hey, that makes a lot of sense. Boy, wouldn't it be great if everybody just put that foot on it, right? That would be the ultimate goal, is to change the industry to a universal foot and receiver system.
Absolutely. I think a lot of people are going to go, wow, because you guys are going to ICAST. Daniel's going to be there. I know that. And he got the product put in the new product showcase. So there's going to be a lot of people.
Yeah. And when it comes to new products, I'm a big collector. I've tracked fishing gear for hundreds of years, and it's really tough to come out with something new, with something different. Everything that we see, it's maybe a different way of doing something that's always been around.
And I would say everybody that's watching the show today that's got an opportunity to come to ICAST, you want to go over there to the new product and check out this. If you haven't seen it, you haven't touched it yet, it's a game changer for absolute. I mean, I can't emphasize it enough. Here we are in beautiful Alaska, and all these guys want to use is your system. They don't want to use these reels with the ferrule screws, all the hardware. They're much heavier that way. It's just not a fun. I mean, once you touch your system and you start to fish with it, Steve and Daniel, it's hard to go back.
Super hard to go back. I can't do it unless I'm on a beach using a spinning reel. I can't go back. So you were asking about the feet, and I'm not sure if heard Steve. Every reel has a different bolt pattern. So we have to adapt to the bolt pattern of the reel to get our foot on it.
Oh.
Now, all the reels that have screws, yeah, let's see what's going on, Dave.
Oh, for God's sake. Giant ling cod. Hold on, you guys. I got to help Ron. And then Pat's got a big fish, needs the net. Guys, just stay with us. It's mayhem right now. I'm sorry. It's absolute mayhem. Just kind of watch. Absolute mayhem. Yeah, it broke the line, but it broke it on the boat. So your lure just fell out of the ling cod's mouth. Oh, thank God. No, it didn't.
Pat's on.
Hold on. Stay with us. You don't want to miss this. It's taking line.
Pat's on.
Pulling line off of the ReelQuick system right now, gang. Just stay with us. Take a deep breath. I know you got a lot of stuff to do today, but this is kind of why you're watching the show. I'm sorry these fish are interrupting our beautiful talk. I always wanted to try to use one of these net thingies.
Big fish, Steve. Pat is. A fish that was actually taking line. See, it's
Crazy talk, huh?
let's see a game fish.
This is Alaska, right?
This is Alaska. Al's
Yeah, it's safe. Nope. That's what happened. The head came off.
Oh,
It's okay.
we got replacements.
You got the head.
We saved the jig.
Mayhem.
You gotta be able to get closer to see.
Hopefully you're running out of places to put the line, right?
The other fish.
Oh, that's the heavy pole.
I wonder how big this shark is. Oh, big halibut. Whoa! Hello, hang on.
Get the net
On
out.
the ReelQuick system.
Tell Dave
Right
he's a
here,
great
right
deckhand. Okay.
Get him, Pat.
A little higher.
Oh, good halibut.
Oh God. Oh man.
Oh, we can't see it.
Woo!
I can't run the back of the boat.
Holy moly guacamole. All right. Sorry about all that.
Is that a bigger model?
Yeah,
You can
it's
see
probably
it.
40
You can see it.
pounds.
Oh, there we go. There we
About
go.
a 40.
Okay. Respectable. Nice.
Heck yeah, that's what we're here for.
Not big enough to shoot it.
Yeah, no, they don't allow us guns. Come on, they know who we are. We're still in the United States. We're not down in Mexico.
Not yet.
No.
So
That is awesome.
I told Darren happy birthday, but I apologize. It's actually John Stanley's birthday. I apologize, John.
Hey John, happy birthday. And Darren wanted to say you're doing a pretty good job at being a deckhand. Looks great.
I'm trying. You know what's cool though? Let's talk. Big shout out to Chad at Hookup Baits. Both those fish you just saw caught were caught on the hookup baits in 160 feet of water, gang. I don't know. It's pretty amazing, right, guys?
How big are those hookup baits? Are they that's how big are they? How many inches long are the ones you're
I'm
using?
gonna show you. Hold on. I think we got one left.
I've seen them pretty big.
Yeah, dude.
Everything's
They
big in
use
Alaska.
Iron. They use lead. Yeah, that's not even as big as I thought it would be.
Okay.
But yeah, it's cool.
That's the killer right there. It's
Yeah, the chartreuse one. You guys lost it, Dave.
I got it tied up to my rod out there.
Oh.
No one's allowed to touch it. Pretty amazing, though. I mean, gang, look at once again. I'm going to tell you, we're in the Gulf of Alaska. We're in the middle of the ocean. Okay, that's how rough it is.
Is that typical for that time of year, or are you just blessed with a perfect day?
We are just blessed. This is the first time they've really seen the sun, I guess, in a few months.
Oh, lucky you.
We woke up at 3:30 this morning. The sun was shining. There wasn't a cloud in the sky. I was like, uh-oh, this is going to suck. And the weatherman said it's not going to blow more than 10 knots all day. So
Perfect. Need a
We're
little
like-
bit of wind, right?
today's the day to get out into the big ocean, and then we'll be back in the bay tonight.
Man, This is going to be a good trip next year. You guys are doing the perfect reconnaissance.
Yes, we kind of got it figured out. Look at that flatty. Huh?
Gosh.
I've lost them.
Yeah, we're still on, but
Happens.
Yeah. You see it?
As good
yeah,
as it is.
yeah, perfect.
Thick
All
one.
right. And Pat's kind of a little guy. He's only 6'3" and 280 pounds.
Plus 50.
Guys are worn out. It's been an amazing 4 days so far. It's absolutely amazing. But the weather is just. I can't talk. What?
Look at-
Here's what it looks like.
Oh, you're gonna hold him up?
Hold them up.
Oh, he's
Let me give me a look.
he's okay. Okay, you got to see this. Look,
You know,
he is lipping a halibut. He's lipping a 40-pound halibut. This man is crazy. See it?
There you go. That's a perfect halibut size for some fillets.
Turn that baby around. Show the white side so they can see the right side. The white side. There you go.
Oh, you're bleeding him already.
All right. Pretty fun, right, guys?
Sunray.
Yeah,
Very
that's
nice.
beautiful.
Not a better
You guys
way
look
to
really, looking really comfortable there.
Not a better way to celebrate the ReelQuick family than to be catching big whopper fish on your rods live, right?
Yeah, that could be a personal best on that gear for halibut.
Yeah, it could be.
We got some giant lingcod. I'll show you the footage later. It's pretty spectacular.
Yeah, I want to see that red one you were talking about. I didn't see that video yet. What,
You will.
What was up with that fish? It just
It's all what
came
they're
up
eat-
different
what
color.
what they're eating.
Living
Oh.
in the kelp. He's living right in this kelp forest in very shallow water. And he just kind of, the kelp up here is a real dark orange color. And he took on the color of, he looked almost like Ron's hat you see right there.
Wow.
It was pretty spectacular.
They take on the color of their environment, not based on what they're eating.
No, they're like a chameleon. They're like a
Okay.
lizard. So if they're
when you
living,
catch the blue ones up here, they're just in some place where that greenish benefits them. That greenish blue color benefits them.
yeah, whatever the kelp or the grass color is down there on the bottom, they're trying to match the hatch. Uh-oh, chartreuse coming out of the box. You know how to put the head on?
No, this is a hook.
Oh, shoot. He found the last chartreuse in the bag.
thank you, Daniel.
There you go.
That's
That's from Chad. We're gonna thank Chad for the jig or that lure.
Yeah, but that is such a kick in the pants on your system there. Everybody else is doing it up here on broomsticks and coffee grinders.
Oh man.
And there's I mean, you know, it's still fun to catch fish, right? But I mean, it's way fun to catch fish this way.
Yeah,
Oh.
are they doing that just because they just have one rod to go between that shallow water and the heavy water and they don't change? Or is it for some other reason?
I don't want to take anything away from anybody up here. Everybody's got their way to do things. We just bring in a different attitude from Southern California.
Yeah, they got part-timers up here who just want to put meat on the boat, and they want to make sure that they do it and they do it quick and easy.
But like Dave was saying, with that light
looking at-
line, you guys have more feel and more. You guys are hooking and catching more fish than those broomsticks. Just they don't have the
Easily.
sensitivity.
You know, it might be just a coincidence, but we're out fishing the guests.
You got to think
30
about
to
it.
1.
You got to think about it too. Between the three of us, we probably got about 800 days on the water in the last 5 years. So we kind of got a half a clue of what we're doing. It just kind of changes the whole thing. You know, you're dealing with the public up here that fishes once a year, every year. They've been fishing for 30 years, once a year for 30
Nobody
years.
knows
So
how
it's a
to
different
use
world.
a spinning reel. You know, you put a conventional reel in a guy's hand who fishes once a year. That could be challenging.
Oh, yeah. We're not any better than anybody else. We're just very lucky to be here, I think. And then to have Daniel and I, Steve, we had a meeting, we talked about it, and I was like, hey, can you find out what it'll take to send me up 3 rods? I want to fish a different way. Because I was here last year, Everything's broomsticks. And I was like, I just want self-guided is the key. Because we're out on this boat, and he has 9 of these boats. You get to go fish for what you want to fish for, how you want to fish. There's a lot to be said for that, because we take the Southern California attitude up here. You know, it's a different thing. That people don't fish the way we fish down in SoCal. Let's just be honest. Nobody in the whole world fishes the way we do, with the bait tanks full of thousands of live baits. Just the whole thing is just different. It's not better. It's not worse. I'm not taking anything away from everybody. It's just different.
Most guys bringing their gear on these trips, or most guys using the gear that's up there?
Use what's here, because Daniel and I, we know it costs more to
And
bring
what
your
the poles
fishing pole
cost.
than it does to bring your bite. It costs a fortune to bring a fishing pole, and especially if it's
Or
8
longer,
feet
yeah.
or longer.
That's a good off.
Yeah, now you're into a whole new thing. You're just buying another airline ticket, really, to get your favorite fishing pole up. So, Steve, what Daniel and I came up with was ship it up here, and that was the key. All of our sponsors shipped us up all the lures, all the irons, all the GT4 fluorocar, everything came up in boxes and was delivered to the lodge.
Perfect.
Speaking of GT,
Yeah.
And
Yeah,
Daniel,
you just send it back.
I put a return label in there so Dave can just slap that baby on
Send
there.
it back.
And I don't remember exactly how much it was, but it was like $33, I think, or something like that.
Nothing.
to send it to Alaska.
Yeah,
Okay.
that's the way
So
to
if
do
you
it.
have a favorite rod, you got a favorite rod and reel you want to use, you got some lures you want. Here's the thing. This lodge, Steve, is so incredible. When we go out fishing, they're washing our clothes right now. Our clothes will be all washed and folded on the end of the bed. So you need 2 outfits, because every day they do your laundry. So when you get in tonight, you take off what you have on, throw that in the clothes hamper.
Right in the
Got
morning.
brand new outfit to wear in the morning. So we brought carry-ons. And when we were thinking bringing the carry, you can't bring hooks. I know your sister's brother's aunt's cousin brought some hooks on a plane once and they didn't say anything. I fly 30 to 40 times a year, and I've never been able to bring a hook on a
Interesting.
plane. It's just, first thing they do is take them. Now, I had a bag of hookup baits, the really big ones that I just showed you. I had 2 of them in a bag, and I took it on to get on the airplane in Cabo to come up here. And I just wanted to see, and I wanted to video it, and I made a video to show all the superstars that are watching right now, because I've had this argument a million times. Oh, I get hooks through. You can't get hooks through, and you can't get reels with line on them. If there's line on your reel, they're going to take your reel. You can give it a shot, gang. If you've got a phenomenal amount of money, go ahead, give her a shot. Try it out. See how it works, but they're going to take it. Now they take your reel, they take your hooks. So we just shipped everything up here. Daniel shipped the reels. Okuma shipped me some reels, hookup baits, Promar, and Okuma shipped us up tons of lures. So we don't have to worry about it, because even this mad eel with the hook on it, they won't let that fly, because they think you're going to take the airplane down and hook the pilot in the neck with that hook. And you can all argue with me all you want. I don't care.
It just makes the show.
Just take it to the airport. Let me know how it works out for you. If you got a lot of extra tackle, it's cool. Take some of Steve's antique reels with you, full of line. He doesn't mind if the TSA takes
Now,
them.
what is the reasoning with line or without line?
Because you can choke a guy.
Pat's on a halibut.
Another big halibut
Nice
coming up
halibut
right now.
biting.
Pat's on.
This is amazing.
Pat's on right now. But yeah, if there's line on the reel, it can't fly. Many days I've stood right there at TSA and stripped a reel as fast as I could, because they were going to take it. And don't even believe me. Argue all you want. Leave a million comments about how you do it.
And you may
Go up
get
to the
away with
airport
it. You may
tomorrow.
get away with it once, but all you have to do is happen to you once, and you don't get away with it, then you're really screwed.
Yeah, giving a TSA a $400 or $500
Or a
reel.
couple of
'cause
them.
you
Nobody
didn't
travels
believe
with
what
just
that
one.
was. Right. So we had the spools of line sent up here. But what was really cool, Steve, is Daniel he shipped me 3 rods, he shipped me 4 reels, and there was line on all the reels. Just ready to go. It was absolutely, the accommodations at the lodge here are insane, John Stanley. Here's what happens when we get in this afternoon. When we pull in this boat, we literally step off the boat. The box is full of our fish. We got all our gear. We got everything. We step off the boat. We walk up the ramp, walk up the 45 stairs, go into our room, throw our dirty clothes in the clothes hamper, put on some clean clothes, go down to the salon. They have 2 90-inch TVs in the salon. You sit down, you can watch Your Saltwater Guide live show today in the salon that we did out on the water, have a cocktail, have a beer, have a water. They got lemonade and sodas and waters just sitting out in the salon. And then at 6 o'clock, it's dinner time. You have a nice dinner.
Halibut.
And then
What is it?
halibut!
Big as it.
Another halibut. Pat's got his limit.
So it's 2 per person on halibut. Gang,
They're almost extinct. They're almost extinct. Yep. Another fish that's almost extinct. So you get 2 a day. So Pat's got his limit every day this week. Pretty cool. But so back to the accommodations. Then you have your dinner. Then if you feel like it, you can go right back. They've already cleaned your boat. They've already put fresh ice on your boat. All the trash is gone. The boat's clean. You can go walk right down after dinner, get on your boat, and go fish for 4 or 5 hours because it stays light out until almost midnight. Then you come in and you just walk off the boat because your fish are laying in ice. And then the crew gets up at 4 o'clock in the morning. They come down and reprovision your boat. You got lunch. You just order your lunch in the morning. The lunch will be on the boat in an ice chest with a bunch of waters, lots of snacks. These boats are bitching. These boats are super cool. They got an inside. So if there is a little weather, you can sit inside. There's plenty of seating. There's bench seats on the left and the right. There's 2 helm chairs.
Looks pretty watertight in there.
And the boat flies 25, 30 knots. You can drive around at 5,000 RPMs and you don't burn any fuel. You don't really have to go anywhere. I mean, the farthest we've gone is today, 12 miles. That's been the longest we've driven. And then as far as the beds are all brand new, memory.
The halibut behind you. Yeah.
Are we holding it? There it is. Crazy, right? Right here. And that was caught on your rod again, guys.
This one's only 20.
Only 20 pounds?
Yeah.
Darn. But you know what?
Take it all day.
Bunch of 20-pounders tastes way better than a 200-pounder.
Now, will you get those big ones there too, or you're looking at
right?
Okay, so you may get 100, 200-pound fish.
The biggest one that was caught right where we're drifting right now was caught a week and a half ago, 145 pounds.
Wow. You might see a monster.
And there's probably 50 boats running out of the 3 lodges here, and there's not one boat anywhere near
just that the terrain just absorbs all the people.
I was noticing that you can't see anybody else fishing with you. How cool is that?
No, there's so many areas to go to, gang. It's just insane here.
So, Dave, you're taking that boat, and you have one guide on the boat, or is it kind of like you can go anywhere you want with that boat by yourself?
You go anywhere you want, fish wherever you want, do whatever you want. We download the Navionics onto our phones, and we look at little rocks and little alcoves and little high spots, and we just go there and see what's going on.
That's amazing.
There are no guides.
Okay, I thought you were being guided out there, so you're kind of doing your own deal, and you're being very successful. That's impressive. Nice.
Well, you know what is kind of cool? I'm not trying to toot my own horn, but I've been able to make a living fishing for 52 years, so I kind of have a half a clue. So I kind of look at the chart, and I kind of look at the tide, and then we go, I'll bet you there's some fish right there, and we haven't been disappointed yet.
A little bit of local knowledge shared, I assume, too.
Yeah, they share a little bit of stuff, and it's good for the to get an idea of what kind of structure they're fishing and what we're looking for. You know, they kind of let you know, and the depth. The depth is kind of important. We're doing this halibut thing right now in a little bit deeper water than we've been fishing, just because we wanted to get our 6 halibut first thing this morning and then go do something else. We got 3 on the boat, so we need 3 more, and then we can go fish for other stuff. But these dang lingcod keep getting in the way.
What's the limit on lingcod?
You get 1 for the whole year.
Only 1 for the whole year.
Yeah, because they're almost extinct.
So are you picking and choosing that special fish?
It has to be in this stupid slot. What's the slot, Pat?
You can get 1 at 30 to 35.
30 to 35 inches.
And then you can have 1 over 55.
Okay.
So you have 2 for the year, but you got to get the slot fish, and then you got to get the 4.5 foot fish.
Okay.
Yeah, it's crazy. It's silly because as you've been watching here for an hour, I don't know, you guys have seen us catch probably 10 fish, and we've been able to keep 2 of them. You can't. It's silly that there's that many lingcod, and you can't have more than
a
1.
year.
A year. I
don't understand the logic there, but then again, we don't understand much about these regulations.
And a lot of those restrictive limits are for non-residents. So the lingcod restriction is not that way for residents, but but we're not talking to the people in Alaska. We're talking to the people in SoCal and Oregon and Arizona and all of our West Coast buddies. Talking to everybody, but anyway, the Alaska people have it a little better.
And it's different by location too. Don't the rules change depending on where geographically you're fishing?
There is some zone stuff for sure. We're fishing the southeast zone.
And then the other thing is, because you're self-guided, you get 2 halibut a day per person, any size.
Now, if you're on a guided trip, you would only get 1 halibut.
Interesting.
Yeah, weird how that rule came about, huh?
Yeah, so it's beneficial to be your own guide, but they have people that'll guide you at other lodges. The Wild Alaskan Lodge, there's no guides. You're on your own.
They would guide you if you wanted them to, though, right? No,
nope.
No guides.
Nope.
Okay, then.
Be a couple $1,000s per person for all the permits and everything.
Oh yeah.
So that's how they're doing it. That's why they do it the way they do it.
Yeah, exactly. Plus, I personally don't want to go fish.
Yeah, no, I was just thinking for the person that doesn't have 52 years of experience, right?
You want to grab somebody, or just come with us, or come with you, or come with Dave.
But yeah, that's interesting. No guides. They do not have them. It's just a completely different business model, which I love it. That just seems, ideal for what we want to do up there.
And all the GPSs on all the boats have just mega spots. There's just mega spots, and it tells you these are halibut spots, these are salmon spots, these are black rockfish spots. And so you pretty much just go there, and if you fish exactly how the owner Jason and his wife Melanie tell you how to fish, you're going to be successful.
Now, do you have opportunities on fly fishing, on trout, on river fishing, or any of that, or is it strictly you're in the salt water?
Yeah, there's no streams or rivers close to the lodge, and they're literally, you walk off the deck of the lodge, you're in the forest. There's nothing. It's peat moss is thick. There's spots where you sink a foot and a half in the peat moss. There's nothing
no
here. There's nothing. There's no road. There's no airport. There's nothing. If you don't come in on a float plane or on the ferry, you're not coming to this lodge. And if you don't have it, you don't have it. You're not going to go to Walmart and go get it. There is nothing here.
Beautiful.
It's different. It's different. You're kind of self done, right? What are we doing? Getting on the halibut?
Yeah.
All right. Captain Ron's taking us to the halibut spot. Gang, we've been with you now for an hour. I've been hanging out here. I haven't got to fish. I'm like losing my mind right now. So we're going to wrap this up. I want to thank Steve and Daniel for joining us today. And Captain Al Clowers is in the background still wailing away on the sand bass. It's just a phenomenal day to be alive, gang.
Yes,
Daniel.
sir. You're
Thanks.
welcome, Pat. Thank you for fishing that gear, man. Thank you so much.
I won't be stopping.
No, he's going to be getting some. He loves these
Awesome.
rigs. Absolutely loves them. So thank you both very, very much for taking care of your saltwater guide and our crew. We're having the time of our lives, and it's because of you two right there. Thank you very, very much.
Thumbs up.
Peace.
Get 'em.
You guys
Keep
have a
catching.
great time. See you. Are you going live tonight?
Probably not. I'm going
Go
to
for
fish.
it.
I want to show you one video that we're going to end the show with that we didn't show you yet. Check this out, gang. This is live.
Hey there.
Dang, man. Dangity dang, dangity dang, dang.
Those are T270s. 15 to 25.
See, this rod's got a nice soft tip. Boing!
Good
Hook
one.
up.
Hook up.
Oh, and he's off. There he's back. Just a couple feet down. There's hundreds of them. Look at the cloud of them. Oh. Yep. Tighten up your line there, young feller. Pretty please. I'll give you $1. I'll give you $2. I'll give you $5.
It's a black bass. Black cod.
Oh,
Black
you got one.
rockfish.
He's pulling on it.
Black rockfish. We're fishing them in 20
you
feet of water on
$30.
the edge of the kelp bed right here.
Keep it tight, please, honey bunny.
Ron's got a halibut. Oh, they both got a halibut. They both hooked up the halibut.
Gotta get another halibut, Ron.
He's on. He's gonna. This will be his limit of halibut. That's how we're gonna end the show, gang. A double hookup on the real
Double
quick.
hookup. Hey, Dave, are you guys using the 10, the Myra 10, or just the Tesoros?
That's the little Tesoro 5.
Cool.
Perfect size.
Yeah, we haven't had to use anything else. Like I always say, if it works, don't fix it.
Yeah, Ron's just nice and steady.
Oh, perfect 20 pound.
You got a halibut?
That would be it. You know what I mean? To kind of do everything.
Nice. I know I said I was going to end the show, but
No, end it with a halibut.
You got to see it.
I got a giant quillback.
I got a giant lingcod.
oh, big quillback right here. Those are almost extinct too. And then Ron's got a giant lingcod. And there you go,
There it
gang. Thanks for watching today.
Thank you,
Thanks,
See you
Daniel.
guys.
Have a good one.
Have a
Be
great
safe.
afternoon.
Safe travels back.
Thank you very, very much.
We're out.
Adios.
Wow. Thank you, guys.
Pretty killer, huh?
Super.
Pretty killer. No one else does this. Only
That's
us.
pretty cool to be self-guiding like that. I didn't know they had that
Dude, we're
ability,
going.
but
We're
I
gonna go do
get
that.
it. Yeah, that's pretty cool.
All right, drop us off, Dave.
You got it. I'm trying to. Now I just lost all vision. There it is. Trying to get out. Stay with me. We're trying
Hey,
to
do you
get
know
out
what
of
the
here.
water temp is there? John was asking.
52.
There you go, John.
All right, everybody.
Peace.
See ya.